Merhaba arkadaşlar, hepiniz IEFT Talks webinarlarına hoş geldiniz. Bugün Royal Holloway University of London'da kabul şartları ve çok daha fazlasını Sam'den dinliyor olacağız. Lütfen sorularınızı sağ alt köşede Questions bölümünden yönlendirmeyi unutmayın. Yes, Sam, the stage is yours now.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Perfect. Well, hi everyone. My name's Sam Gibson. I'm a regional manager at Royal Holloway, University of London. Thank you all so much for joining the session today. And I'm going to give a quick introduction to our university, the programs that we have to offer, a little bit about student life as well. So at the end of the presentation, if you have any questions at all, please feel free. We'll do a quick Q&A session. But of course, I'll also leave all of my contact information if you want to get in touch afterwards as well. So I'm just going to play, to start the session, I'm just going to play a very short video. Unfortunately, the sound's not working, but I still hope that you get the taste of the video of what life at Royal Holloway is a bit like. So I hope that gives you just a flavour of kind of what Royal Holloway life is like and a bit about our campus. So just to give you a little bit of background to our university. So we were founded in 1886 by our founder, Thomas Holloway. We were initially a women's only university, but we have been co-educational for men and women since the 1960s. We are a proud member of the University of London. So if you receive a degree from Royal Holloway, you will receive a University of London degree. That's fantastic because that degree is recognized globally. So it'll be recognized in Turkey, it will be recognized in China, Brazil, Nigeria, all around the world. Wherever you want to take that degree, employers will recognize it as high quality. We are a campus university, so we like to be able to provide you with a safe and supportive community experience. And we're also very much a research intensive university. So that means our academics are not just teachers, they're also still very much involved and at the forefront of their professions. So it's a good assurance that you will still be taught by academics who have fantastic industry links and are very much involved, so that they bring what they're researching and what they're involved in into the teaching. So a lot of the teaching is research led. And it also means that our courses are regularly updated in line in what's happening in terms of what's happening with that subject. And finally, in terms of what we want to help our students achieve, is we want to help you find what you want to do with your lives and careers whilst you're at the university. So as we go through this presentation, you'll find, and I'll talk about what the number of different options of support that we have available to our students to avail throughout their studies and afterwards as well. So just a few facts and figures for you as well. So with Royal Holloway is ranked in the top 25 of all universities in the UK. So we are currently ranked number 22 in the Guardian rankings, and we're also top 350 in the world. We're a very international university. We're very proud to be international. We also have fantastic opportunities for our students to get placements, whether you're an undergraduate or postgraduate student. And we do rank very highly for the quality of our academic research, and we do rank in the top 25% for that. In terms of the size of the university, we have around 11,500 students, which always sounds a lot when I say it, but compared to other universities in the UK, we are a bit smaller. But we think that's a real positive. It means for smaller class sizes, more access to the academics, and it also helps to create and harbour a more community environment on the campus. We challenge students once they're on campus to walk around the campus for more than 10 minutes without seeing someone they know, and it's normally very difficult. So it does mean that it's a really good opportunity to really get involved, but also meet friends and settle into the community. We're very proud of that at Royal Holloway. As I mentioned, we're very international, so around 30% of our students are not from the UK. But it's also not just where our students are coming from, but also where our staff are coming from. So we do have academics from all over the world as well, including from Turkey. But for instance, our head of School of Business and Management is from Ghana. Our head of law is from Brazil. Our head of computer science is from Spain. So it's not just a pure British education you'll receive as well. We find very much it's very enriching to have students from lots of different nationalities and backgrounds, providing lots of different perspectives to really provide a really engaging and enriching classroom discussion. In terms of the location, our main campus is located just outside of the City of London. So if you've ever been to the UK before and have flown into Heathrow Airport, we're very close by to there. We're only a 15-minute drive away from the biggest airport in the UK, so that's really convenient for our international students arriving into the UK and can get onto our campus very quickly. We're in a town called Egham, so it has all the amenities that you would need, but we're also very close to the towns of Windsor and Twickenham and Staines, and it's still only 19 miles to the centre of London. So it only takes 35 minutes right up to the city centre still. You can see the city skyline from our campus too, so knowing that you're not too far away. But we also have fantastic access links to the rest of the UK if you're looking to explore the country. So you're the UK is very accessible by road, by air, or by traveling by car as well. And then this is a map of the campus. So as you'll see, it's quite a big campus. It's 135 acres, mostly woodland and greenland. But you can also see all of our facilities on the screen as well. Ranging from our founders building, which is our traditional French Renaissance style building, which was opened in 1886 when the university was. We have all of our teaching facilities in the centre in the yellow colour. We have all of our accommodation facilities on the campus as well. And also we have the amenities and recreational facilities. So that includes all of the social facilities like the sports centre. We have restaurants, we have shops, we have our NHS doctors on campus, we have a bank. So everything that you need is on campus. So it's more like a mini village. So we also have a range of fantastic facilities for our students to use and make use of whilst they're studying with us. So ranging from our sports centre, which was renovated just 4 years ago, to our drama and theatre spaces. We have mock courtrooms for our School of Law. We have our observatory for our physics department. We have our MRI scanning centre for our psychology department as well. So we have an array of top class facilities that you'd expect of a high ranking university. And you might have seen our campus before and not realised it. If any of you have seen Avengers Age of Ultron, our campus was featured in that in 2015. We've also been in a surprisingly high number of Bollywood films, but also a lot of classic, well-known TV programmes in the UK as well, including Downton Abbey. So our campus is very high regarded for how beautiful it is. So it's been voted the most beautiful campus in the whole of the UK. So we are very proud of it. So in terms of what we offer, in terms of our different departments, so at Royal Holloway, we offer a wide portfolio of different departments and schools, ranging from our business and management school, where we offer lots of specialisms within this as well, such as accounting, marketing, human resource management, through to our economics, our School of Law. We offer a lot of the newer sciences, such as computer science and information security, where we're world leaders in some of those subjects. Also, such as the traditional sciences, such as biological sciences and physics. And we have a new health sciences department opening this year as well. Excuse me. We also home to a lot of arts and social sciences and humanities programs, such as politics, international relations, history, English literature and creative writing. And we also are very traditionally well known for performing arts. So these includes music, drama and media, including TV and film production studies as well. So we offer a number of different program options at Royal Holloway. So as standard, our undergraduate bachelor degrees and our postgraduate master's degrees, as well as PhD study too, for all of our different subject areas. If you don't quite meet our entry requirements, which we'll get onto in just a moment, we do have lots of preparation programs available too as well, including our International Foundation Year program, our International Year 1 and Pre-Masters. And all of these have different entry routes into our master's or bachelor's degrees. So lots of different options and support for you if you don't quite meet our requirements. Virtually all of our degrees have some sort of accreditation as well. And this year, our School of Business and Management was awarded the Aacsb Accreditation, which is one of the most prestigious accreditations a School of Business can achieve. So less than 6% of schools of business and management worldwide have received this. So it's a good indication of the quality that Royal Holloway has to offer. And also this year, we were also awarded the National Cybersecurity Centre Award. So all of our information security degrees as part of the computer science department were also accredited with that as well. So in terms of what makes Royal Holloway a bit different, so in terms of why you might choose Royal Holloway over other universities and why we like to think that we stand out. So as we mentioned earlier, we have a slightly smaller size, and being slightly smaller means that we have a more individual learning environment. And this means it ranges for a number of things, such as smaller class sizes, a much better choice of optional modules, whether you're an undergrad student or a postgraduate student, and also the ability to have more support from your department as well. So we still have a fantastic teacher to student ratio, higher than most other universities in the UK. So you have a personal tutor for the duration of your studies as well. So that person is from your academic department, and they're there to help and support and advise on your academic progress, but also your personal progress, just to make sure that you're settling into the university okay. There's always someone for you there to talk to if you have any problems. We also have our International Student Support Office. So this office does a variety of different things for our international students, such as helping before you arrive with things such as visas. We'll collect you from the airport on your first week arriving in the UK and help you settle in and drop you right off to your accommodation. We also have international cafes, which is available for international students every week. But at the beginning of term, we'll also have international mixers and induction sessions to help you acquaint yourself with the UK if you've never visited before. We'll take you down to the local supermarkets to help you get familiar with that. We'll take you to London. So there's lots of different things that we can offer as support. And there's also a well-being team, which is available 24/7. So however big or small your issue might be, at any time of day, there's always someone to speak to and available at Royal Holloway. We also have additionally for our international students support on the academic side from a department called CDAS. And they're there particularly to help international students adapt to the British education system. And we offer things such as in-sessional English, but also workshops and seminars, which are online or in person and free of charge, and things such as essay writing or referencing. So lots of different support is available as a student at Royal Holloway. So please don't think that if you're coming to us that you're just going to be on your own. We will offer a lot of support to you once you arrive with us. We also put a really high emphasis on making our students as employable as possible. So one of the benefits of our location is that we're located within close proximity to the UK's version of Silicon Valley. So we have a high number of multinational companies within a 10-mile radius of our campus. So that means that we're able to send students for placements there. We're starting to do that more again now. We're hopefully the pandemic has started to ease a little bit this year in terms of more students being on campus. More students are being able to have opportunities for placements again. But it also means we're able to bring these companies down to the campus to give guest lectures, for networking sessions, for mentoring. We also employ a high number of our students. So students can gain valuable work experience or just earn a bit of additional money alongside their studies and not even have to leave the campus. We also have regular job fairs, graduate fairs throughout the year as well. And we have a really good rate for employability on graduate prospects. So 91% of our students employed are within further study of 6 months of graduation. So we really do put a high emphasis on making our students as employable as possible. We do this in a number of ways. So there's departmental placement officers that will help and support students whilst they're studying, get a placement. All of our undergraduate degrees have a year in industry option, and a growing number of our master's degrees come with that as well. But also we'll help and support you if you're looking to have the post-study work in the UK too. Lots of jobs are posted on the portal each week, normally around 300 jobs a week or so. We'll also do things such as LinkedIn days, where we'll take your professional headshot for your LinkedIn profile, free of charge again. So to give you the best possible online presence, and we'll help you write your LinkedIn profile as well. We'll also run things such as practice interview workshops and job application writing sessions, just to give you the best possible chance to help you find that fantastic job after you graduate. So moving on to our entry requirements. And what is it going to take to actually get into degrees at Royal Holloway? So in terms of our undergraduate degrees, so we'll firstly start with kind of the UK and international qualifications if you're taking those for undergraduate. So for A levels, we're around about AAB to ABB. If you're taking international baccalaureate, we'd be looking for 655 at your higher level with 32 points overall. We also accept a wealth of different university foundation programs, including we have our own as well. But also if you're taking the Turkish diploma, so the high school diploma, so we put the emphasis on the final 2 years of your study and would normally require that you achieve 75% overall from your final 2 years. If we do specify in the requirements a certain subject, so for instance, if you're looking to study mathematics with us, then we'd ask for an 80% in your mathematics. All students, if you're taking the Turkish diploma as well, you will be required to take an IELTS test. And normally we'd be looking for 6.5 overall. Subscores would depend on the program you're interested in. And all of our applications for undergraduate courses are submitted through UCAS, which I'm sure you'll become familiar with if you haven't done so already. For our master's degrees, so we have slightly different requirements for our programs. In terms of either a 2-2 in the UK for management, information security and project management, or all of our other departments require a 2-1. And the equivalents of those should be on the screen now for if you're studying at a Turkish university. So depending on your university, will require a different GPA. If it's so ranging anywhere between 2.6 and 3 will be what we'll be requiring from. And if you're not quite sure, looking at the specific website page for the program you're interested in, please feel free to send me a message and I'll let you know exactly what the requirements are. All applications for our master's programs are submitted through our own Royal Holloway Direct system, which is on our website. If we've got any students here who are interested in PhD, we do offer PhD in pretty much all of our subject areas. We are fortunate that we can start those more throughout the year, so a bit more flexible on start dates, and they do tend to be 3 to 4 years in duration. 3 years or normally of research and the final year of writing up. What we normally say to students interested in PhD is actually finding a potential supervisor is the hardest part of the whole process. So we do really encourage you to get in touch with potential supervisors. All of our academics are listed on our website with their research interests. So definitely have a look through. But if you want assistance with finding a supervisor, again, please feel free to get in touch with me and I can try to point you in the right direction. And finally, in terms of requirements, in terms of English language, so we do tend to ask for IELTS 6.5 overall. Some programs might be slightly different depending on the subscore, particularly if you're looking for a more essay-based subject. We might have a higher subscore for writing, whereas for sciences, we might have a slightly lower subscore for writing requirement. We are also flexible, so we'll also accept IELTS Indicator, TOEFL, Pearson, and a multitude of other English tests, such as if you've got essay-based A-levels or the International Baccalaureate. But again, if you don't quite meet our English language requirements, you're welcome to come to take our pre-sessional programs up to 3 months before the start of the course. So we have a 1 month, 2 month and 3 month pre-sessional program available as well. And that is taught on the campus, but at the moment we are offering an online provision for that as well. And finally, just to confirm, we do have our preparation programs in conjunction with our partners study group, who run our international foundation year, our international year 1 and pre-masters programs as well. Finally, in terms of the deadline, so for undergraduate programs, there at the UCAS do have a deadline of 26th of January, so this month. However, for international applicants, we do accept applications after this deadline. For postgraduate, we do have a deadline, which is new for this year, of the 1st of June. So still plenty of time to get your applications in. If you do still want to come for this September and apply after this deadline, you're welcome to apply, but we can't guarantee that you'd still have a place available after this date. And then in terms of if you are made an offer and are looking to come and need a CAS for your visa, we have a deadline of the 31st of July for this to be paid, just to then provide plenty of time for you to apply for your visa, make any necessary arrangements and arrive in the UK in time for the start of your course. Okay, so just moving on now to the final part of the presentation, which focuses a little bit more on student life. So at Royal Holloway, we have a high number of different accommodation options available for students. So we do guarantee it for our international students, as long as you make us your firm choice at undergraduate level and apply by the deadline for postgraduate students. So pretty much all of the accommodation is on the campus. We do have another small campus of accommodation just a mile away from the main campus. But there is a bus service in between there as well. We have a range of different options, ranging from ensuite or shared bathrooms to catered or self-catered halls. We also have a small number of family accommodations available for our postgraduate students. So if you're looking to bring your family with you, we can definitely support with that as well and have accommodation on campus. We do have a real range, particularly our self-catered halls tend to be very popular. So you'll share a flat with a number of other students and come with a fully furnished kitchen. So that you can normally make your own meals, but you will still have obviously options to access the dining halls in any of the other student accommodation blocks as well, if you so wish. In particular, our George Eliot and Gower and Wedderburn halls are very popular, some of the newest on campus as well. But our main founders building is also available. So if you want to live like you're living in a castle, then students can also have that option as well. In terms of scholarships, so we are happy to say that we've got a high number of scholarships available for our students to apply for. You do first need to be an offer holder. So we do at undergraduate level, our main scholarship is the International Future Leaders Scholarship, which is a £6,000 fee reduction. So applications are opening very, very shortly. We have 30 of these to give away to international students. We do prioritize students from certain countries. Turkey is on that list, which is great. So students have to be an offer holder and then submit a scholarship application through their portal, which you'll receive if you do receive an offer. We do also ask that you just provide an additional scholarship statement of between 400 and 500 words, but that is available. All that information will be available before you apply. For our master's students, we do have the main Principal's Master Scholarship, which is a £4,000 tuition fee reduction, but there's 45 of these awards to give away to our international students this year. Again, scholarship applications will be open to offer holders, and they will be opening very shortly. In terms of what else we offer, we have a number of different subject-specific scholarships, particularly in the humanities and sciences for undergraduate students and postgraduate students. We also have a number of music and sports scholarships for students to apply for as well. So lots of different options available to our students for scholarships. We also, in terms of student life, so at Royal Holloway, there's so much to get involved in and participate in, ranging through our sports clubs and society. So there's around about 150 at the moment. If there's a society that we don't have that you think that we should, you can also go to the Students' Union and help create it. But we have some fantastic options ranging from the Model United Nations through to Musical Theatre, through to the Harry Potter Society. as well as more regional and specific. Wednesday afternoons, there's normally no teaching. So it's opportunities for you to go and meet with your club or society. And they will also meet regularly throughout the week as well. We also do have the Turkish Society at Royal Holloway. So that's a really growing society as well. We also have the Islamic Society, who are responsible for helping to arrange the 5 daily prayers and keeping the college prayer room, as well as all the other support in terms of food offerings on campus as well. We're a very multicultural campus, so everyone is catered for. And then finally, in terms of the local area, we have lots available and things to get involved in the local area. So within 15-minute walk of the campus, we have Windsor Great Park. So it's ideal for relaxing, for exercising, picnics with friends. It takes you right up to Windsor Castle, which is quite a historic castle in the UK where the royal family are, where the family live. We also have lots of amenities in the local area as well. So the National Rugby Stadium is very close by. We have one of the biggest theme parks in the UK. It's less than 10 minutes drive from the campus as well. And of course, you get the best of both worlds, where one of the best university cities in the world of London is right on our doorstep. So you get to go to one of the best cities in the world and then still come back to a relaxed campus environment and take less than an hour. However, just as we mentioned London, it's also important to note that we do have a small central London campus as well, for a number, just about 8 of our master's programs. So this is located right in the heart of Bloomsbury, right in the city centre. And this is to make use of our historic links to central London. And we also have teaching facilities in the University of London Senate House building as well. So these programs on the screen, so in a small number in management, but including our very popular digital marketing program and project management, are taught in our central London campus. But students do still have access to all the facilities at our main campus in Egham, as well as lots of support and facilities in central London as well as options for accommodation for our University of London intercollegiate halls. So that brings us to the end of the presentation. So please feel free to get in touch. My details are on the screen. There's also really useful links on the screen if you want to get your cameras out and make use of that. It will take you to a virtual tour of the campus, also links to how to apply. And possibly the most useful one is the chat one, where you can speak to current students or get through to a member of our admissions staff as well if you have any queries. But please feel free to get in touch with me directly through my email on the screen there, and I'll be more than happy to assist. And then likewise, on the right-hand side of the screen, there's a number of different options as well for how to follow Royal Holloway through social media too. Okay, so time now just for the Q&A. So what I'll do is, I think I can still leave my details on the screen, and then hopefully we can also just look at the chat box, and I'll do my best to answer some questions for you. Okay, so first question I see is about Duolingo. So at the moment, we're not accepting Duolingo, unfortunately. So we would encourage, and if you were to apply, we would make an offer based on an IELTS. But as I mentioned, we are able to accept alternative tests such as IELTS Indicator, Pearson, TOEFL as well. So unfortunately, no to Duolingo. In terms of electronic engineering, we do have a department for electronic engineering. So we do have, particularly at undergraduate level, we have a range of programs such as electronic engineering. Music technology will soon be joining that department as well. And we also have computer systems engineering as well as part of that department. Another question is, how is visa period after taking acceptance? So we can only issue you with your CAS number up to 3 months before the start of the program. So as long as you've got everything to us, you're unconditional, you've paid your deposit, you should have your CAS number 3 months before the start of the course. In terms of, someone else has asked in terms of minimum score of TOEFL for PhD in international relations. What I would say is get in touch with me and I'll get the equivalent for you, because we tend to work mainly in IELTS, but we can work out TOEFL equivalents for you on a case by case. So please send me an email if that's you. Thank you. So normally, I believe it would be the 11th and 12th grade, so the final 2 years of your diploma studies. So in terms of working out your GPA for your diploma. So the final 2 years of your study. So for logistics and supply chain management, someone says they've got a 2.46 GPA. We would definitely welcome an application because it's close. It might be that we do suggest a pre-masters first of all. The reason for that is that we don't want to take any student that won't be successful on the program. So we don't want to set you up to fail. If you need a little bit of additional support beforehand, then the pre-masters will help get you up to that level where we know that, and from your perspective as well, that you'll be confident that you'll be successful on the program too. Yakmos, thank you. I'm just reading your question. Do I need a GPA to study a postgraduate degree in the school? If you're, as I said, we're normally considered between 2.6 and GPA of 2.6 and 3. So if you're slightly below that, as I said with the last one, we'd probably encourage you to look at a pre-masters first of all. As I mentioned with the pre-masters, they offer guaranteed progression to the chosen degree afterwards as well. So I would strongly encourage to definitely still apply, but we might be that we then suggest the pre-masters instead. So in terms of working out the final grades for the 11th and 12th, so what we'll do is we'll look at what we'd ask for is you to apply and still provide your transcripts as up to date as possible. But what we will do is if we want to make you an offer, we'd make you a conditional offer based on achieving a certain grade. So it might be that we'd make you an offer based on achieving 75%. So if you haven't completed it yet, that's absolutely fine. That we would still encourage you to apply, and we'll make you the offer conditional on achieving it if we're happy with the personal statement and reference as part of your application as well. Scholarship opportunities for undergraduate programs. So they are competitive for our scholarships. So as I say, the most significant one is our International Future Leaders Scholarship. So if you apply and what we would suggest is if you can meet or exceed the 75%, that would be give you a much stronger chance of achieving a scholarship. But we do have lots of subject-specific ones as well, particularly in the sciences, but also humanities, history and English, for instance, have a number of scholarships available as well. The scholarship requirements for international students. So we are looking for you to really meet or exceed the requirement of your offer. So at undergraduate level, that would be 75%. At postgraduate level, we'd really be looking for you to have a minimum GPA of 2.8 or above to be considered for a scholarship. So I think I've got through the questions. I'm just going to check on the chat if there's questions as well. So yes, what I can do is I'll just go back to the scholarship slide as well. So you can just have a look through there. But what I'll say too is please do look through our virtual tour and links on our website. And there's a lot more information on there as well about our scholarships that unfortunately I can't squeeze into a PowerPoint presentation. Otherwise you'd be all bored by too much writing. But this is the International Future Leaders Scholarship. So it's our main one, undergraduate level, and it's a £6,000 fee reduction. As I mentioned, scholarship applications will be opening soon. What we do for all of our scholarships to keep them very fair as well is we have applications open for around about 2 months. So that gives a 2-month window for applications to be received. And then we do not start assessing them until our scholarship applications have closed. So it provides all students an opportunity to have opportunity to apply for a scholarship, and they'll be considered fairly against each other. And then this is the Principal Master's Scholarship, which is a £4,000 tuition fee reduction. So yeah, what we'd be looking for this would be a minimum GPA of 2.8 or above to be considered, but the higher the better to help you stand out, because as I mentioned, they are competitive. And we only have a maximum number of 45, particularly for this one, to allocate to students. Adnan, thank you very much for your question. So yes, we do offer online degrees through the University of London. So applications for University of London are made directly through the University of London itself, but you might be taught by Royal Holloway. So definitely there's options for that. So there are bachelor's and master's options available for that. So we have programs in things such as marketing, history, energy geosciences as well. So there's a wide range of options, online degrees as well, and more in terms of distance learning. So it might be that you're still required to do tests or assessments at a testing centre, but we do have some in Turkey through University of London as well, or online assessments too. So there's definitely options for that. Yep. So thank you for your question. So in terms of you have to be able to apply for a scholarship, you first need to be an offer holder for a degree program at Royal Holloway. So first advice would be to apply to get your application, submit your application for the program you're interested in, whether it's undergraduate through UCAS or masters through masters through Royal Holloway Direct on our own website. It normally takes around about 3 to 4 weeks to get a decision after submitting your application. And then you'll be able to apply for scholarships through your applicant portal, which you will receive if you're made an offer. Any more questions at all? What I'll do as well is in the chat box, I'll just put my email address. If anyone wants to get in touch with me afterwards, please feel free and I'll be more than happy to assist. We've still got a few minutes if anyone else has got any other questions at all. But as I say, please don't be a stranger at all. Please feel free to contact me with any question, however big or small you might think it is. I'm more than happy to assist. I've been working at Royal Holloway for almost 8 years, so I hope I know most things about the university by now. But if not, I will get in touch with the right people to find out for you. But yeah, if you don't want to ask a question in this forum, please feel free to get in touch directly as well. Great question. Absolutely. So Royal Holloway does do a welcome pickup from London Heathrow Airport, sometimes Gatwick as well, but during the last couple of years with the pandemic, we've been just doing it at one airport at London Heathrow. So if you can arrive into there, we give you a kind of a window to arrive before the start of the program. We will be there. There'll be student ambassadors in bright orange polo shirts ready to wave at you as you come through the arrivals. And then we'll be able to take you in the bus, just on Royal Holloway bus, directly to the campus and help you check into your accommodation on campus as well. So lots of support that we offer, and that is free of charge for the airport collection on your first week of term. Lots of things. So we have lots of students as well in the same position where students haven't been to the UK before. So as I say, lots of things that we do as well. We could also run a course the week before the start of term, which is like a welcome to the UK course, where there'll be lots of different students in the same positions where we will do a real welcome to the UK session. So lots of things such as mixers, take you to London, take you how to buy a train ticket, how to go to Tesco's, the local supermarket, to go and buy there. So please don't feel afraid of that. Royal Holloway will help you with every facet of adapting to life in the UK. Okay, if there's no other questions, we've still got a couple of minutes. So if not, please feel free to get in touch with me, as I say. It'd be great to hear from you. We have a really good growing number of Turkish students at Royal Holloway, so it'd be great for you to come and join them as well. But in the meantime, thank you so much for joining the session today. And thank you for the questions. It's really nice to have a session with lots of questions, so thank you for that.
All right, so it looks like you covered all of the questions, Samuel.
Great, thank you.
Well, thank you very much for your presentation. It was really informative for the attendees. And you covered all of the questions. Thank you for your answers too. We had another question regarding to GPA for master's degree.
Yeah, so to get onto the GPA to get onto our master's degrees, as I say, it depends on the program you're interested in. So some of our programs will require like 2.6.
Ben şeydeyim de bir yandan da webinardayım.
So it depends. The GPA will just completely depend on the program you're interested in, but it will be between 2.6 and 3 is what we'd be looking for. But get in touch with me or look on the website, and we'll tell you exactly what GPA you'll need.
Yes, thank you very much for your answer, Sam. And I think you also left your email address on the chat box, so if they have any other additional questions, they will contact you.
Fantastic. I'll just put my email on the screen again just for a second. So if anyone wants to get in touch, all our details there, as well as some really interesting links if you want to explore Royal Holloway a little bit more.
Yes, once again, thank you very much. Also, I would like to thank the participants in Turkish as well. Katıldığınız için teşekkür ederiz arkadaşlar. Royal Holloway University of London ile ilgili diğer sorularınız için chat kısmında paylaşılmış olan mail adresinden Sam'e ulaşabilirsiniz. Umarım sizin için de faydalı bir webinar olmuştur. Yarınki webinarlarımızda görüşmek üzere. Thank you very much again, Sam. It was a pleasure to have you in IEFT Talks.
And it was my pleasure too. Thank you so much for having us today, and thanks everyone. Have a really lovely day.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.